Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and I run a small business called Learn Burn Crochets, and I'm here to show you guys everything that I made in the month of April. I actually have an event coming up tomorrow, so I do need to just do the first check-in for the month. So I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky tomorrow, which is kind of a drive for me. So I wanted to show you guys everything that I made for that event. So starting out, I did finish a cat hat that I started making last month. Since I'm going to be in Kentucky, I made UK colors, so hopefully that sells well. I don't actually know what their mascot is, but I did look up the colors, so hopefully somebody likes it. Then next we actually have spiders. I have quite a few of them. So I'll grab them all to show you guys each individual color that I have. So at ClarksvilleCon last month, I actually sold out of this size of spider. I think I had 3 or 4 of them. So since they did so well, I did decide to make more. I have a really hard time separating from my spiders because I love them so much. I have 3 in this size, and they will be at a $25 price point. Then I did some chenille spiders with purple, brown, gray, and this multicolor one. I really like the multicolor one quite a bit. And these, since they're slightly bigger, will be at a $35 price point, and I have 4 of these. Then with my scraps from that yarn, I did have just enough to make a couple of pocket pals. So we have first a little goblin in that red shade, and I had just enough to make an octo and a slightly different octo. I didn't have enough to curl his legs, but I do still like these versions. And just enough in the yellow to make one more. So that's 3 octos at a $10 price point and 1 goblin. Then with the same multicolor purple yarn, these have a $12 price point since they're just slightly bigger. And I was able to finish up 3 of these. I was worried his eyeball fell out. While I do love to make the spiders, I did get really tired of making the same thing over and over again. So I did try to do a much bigger project. And next is my Lanky Clown. He took quite a bit of time and a lot of yarn. I will list the pattern down below and all of the other patterns that I used in a Google Doc. Or in the description for everybody to see so that you know what I used. But this is a free pattern on Instagram, and it is just, I love him so much. So much. But I took a bunch of adorable Instagram photos of him. If you guys want to go check that out on my page. After my clown, I did get really excited and kind of veer off of my plan. So I wrote an entire list of everything that I wanted to have made before LouisvilleCon, but in the meantime, I got accepted into Nashville Pride for summertime. So when I got that email, I got really excited and started making things that weren't on my list because I was so excited about Pride. So first, we have some bucket hats. These are with the Big Twist Living line, I think. And I know that that's going to be gone soon, and I did panic buy as much as I could, but I've done quite a few of these. Then with the scraps from that hat, I was able to do a goblin. I also was out of rainbow goblins, so I was glad to add another one into the bin. Then we have a trans pride flag bucket hat, again in the same Big Twist line of yarn. Oof. I caught him. Again, with a matching goblin guy to go with it to add. I didn't quite have enough yarn with this one to double up, and I prefer when they're doubled up, but he's teeny microscopic to me, and I love him. Then I actually finished a whip, so I'm gonna keep this one for myself. As everybody saw in my whip video, this is one of my hats from my whip bin. I didn't decide to add bear ears, and I am gonna keep it for when I go on vacation later this month. With that same leftover yarn that would have been ears, I made a tiny little rabbit. I don't necessarily love how he turned out. It's a free Instagram pattern, which I've liked in other yarns before, but I don't love how the variegation panned out with this pattern. I do, however, like how the variegation panned out on the goblin. So I think that one's just like a little tiny bit better. And then I was able to find it. I dug through all of my yarn scraps. Also in my whip video, I was looking for yarn that matched the bottom of this, and I found some in my yarn scraps to finish my goblin. And then I finished this guy that I had started when I ran out of eyeballs, and I got new eyeballs in and was able to finish them. So after that, I did start another really big project that I'm really, really proud of. I do have a couple more ends to weave in on it. And I just want to make sure that the wings are super secure, but I did want to show you guys tonight in case he sells tomorrow. So you're seeing him not in his best state. I just like revel in him. He's so beautiful. I love him so much. This is a free Moth Man pattern from Corduroy Kid here on YouTube, and he's so intricate and so detailed, and I'm just absolutely so proud of how he turned out, and I can't wait to put him out at the booth. I'm in awe of how amazing this pattern is, and I think you guys should all go check it out and watch it and make a little Moth Man for yourself because I love him. To be completely honest, the Moth Man was tiring. It was tiring to make, so I needed another break with another Pride bucket hat, and this time a Pride Octo to add to the bin. I know that there's a pattern. I actually started a lesbian flag Pride hat, and I didn't finish it because I've been exponentially lazy this week. So then after that bucket hat, we have a tiny devil. This is also a free pattern on YouTube that I will have linked. The pitchfork I freehanded just because I wanted an extra little pop. And in the pattern, he's done with a smaller hook size and the worsted weight yarn, so I did double him up because I wanted him to be a little tiny bit bigger, but I just think he's so adorable. Then I finished another whip, you guys. I'm really, really working on it. So this was a free pattern on Ravelry. I finished my Nessie. This yarn doesn't hold up with the neck so much, so it's just a little bit bendy for my liking, but I'm really proud of how it turned out. I just had the fins to finish and to sew them on. So here's the fin that I had to finish up, and I'm just really happy with how she turned out. I think she's so pretty, and I'm glad to have another whip done and out of the bin. Then, finally for today, another whip. Bear hat. I love my bear hats. I have started sewing together a bunch of the other ones as well, but I'm not considering them officially done until I have all of the ends woven in. So, yeah. But yes, this is my first half of the check-in for the month. I will update you guys as the month goes on as to everything that I make and finish. Hopefully it's a lot. And I will keep you guys in the know, and I will see you at the end of the month.
Hi guys, it is April 25th and I am back with my second update of everything that I've made this month. I have been not as productive as I wanted to be, which is the same thing that I said last month. I've started a couple of other projects and I was hoping to have them finished by the time I did the second update, but we are going on vacation next week. Hopefully I can get a bunch done on vacation. I'm gonna bring a bunch of yarn and try to do hats. So I will update you guys with everything that I can get done then as well. But in case I'm having way too much fun, I wanted to do the update now because this very well might be everything that I finish if I have a good time. So we will go through and see. Let's start. I know, guys, I started with spiders. I'm ending with spiders. They do so well. I don't know how I feel about this like Captain America looking yarn, but I do have two of them. I'm not like hate to say it, not a patriotic person. So I just went ahead and did two spiders in red, white, and blue. And then because I love working with this yarn so much, I did another Nessie. So this is a different pattern. I will insert the book I used right here so you guys know what it is. And I'll also link it in the description box. It's a book I've wanted for a really long time. Here I am not knowing the name of it. But I really like this Nessie pattern a lot because the other one that I did was, so if you guys remember, I showed you before, it was kind of in a straight line. But this one, everything, the head, the torso, the body, and the tail are all separate pieces. So he's kind of posable, right? She, they. Who is Nessie? But I really like this yarn choice. I really like how it turned out. I did want to go ahead and finish the ball of yarn as well. So I made a bunch of other stuff in this color as well. Oh, I will also add the disclaimer. This is not exactly, if you buy the book, it's not gonna turn out the same as mine because I have adjusted the pattern heavily. So yeah, so to finish out this same ball of yarn, I went ahead and did an axolotl, a realistic axolotl. And again, all of the patterns that I used will be listed below. I didn't quite have enough for these, the frills. I also thought that the green left over from my other Nessie would look good. I know it's kind of unconventional, kind of swampish, but I kind of like that it's swampish. Then I had just enough for a tiny octo. One tiny little baby octo. I have a couple grams left of it, and a couple grams left of this green. I did a jelly bean frog as well, so I can't decide. You guys let me know. I have enough of each combined to either make a striped octo or a striped jelly bean frog, because I know it's surprising. One is vastly larger, but these take just about the same amount of yarn to make. So what do you guys think? Striped frog, striped octo? Let me know down below. And the only other things I finished, sorry Miso, sorry I'm in your way. So the only other things I have finished are lesbian pride goblin and a pride hat. I do love these hats so much. This is the type of yarn that I am bringing with me on vacation. So hopefully I can get ahead of all the bucket hats for pride and have all of these finished and ready to go so that I won't have to worry about them. Because realistically, like, I don't want to travel with like, hi baby. Okay, good job, buddy. I don't want to travel with like fluff and eyeballs and all of that stuff. So hopefully I can just get ahead of these. I did start a different Moth Man. It's also from the same book as this guy, and a free YouTube pattern that's a dragon, as well as one other thing. So if I'm able to finish those before we get on the plane, I'll insert some footage and show you guys and you'll be able to see them. But yeah, that's everything that I've been up to, and hopefully I'll have more to update you with from vacation.
As you guys can see from my lovely footage here, I didn't finish anything on vacation. Started a lot, didn't finish. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down below.